Hello, T Cypress. This is Lady Justice. I'm coming to you guys live. We're at a watch party for the election. I'm sure you guys already got started. And so far, what we see is Trump is doing very well. Right now, I'm looking at Pennsylvania. Look like Vice President Harris is the projected winner right now. Trump is a projected winner for Kentucky. He's doing extremely well. So I'm not sure who you may have voted for, but Trump is doing extremely well right now. And Vice President Harris, not so much so. Okay, I know like in South Dakota, they were asked about the right to vote. It looks like there was an amendment to Amendment G in South Dakota, the right to vote. 64% said no, 35% says yes. Wow. As of right now, there needs to be 270 electoral votes. Right now, Trump has 162, and Harris has 34. They can't be right. Okay, that may not be right. I might be reading it wrong. Let's see. Wow, 30 and under, Trump is leading. Oh my gosh, that's in Michigan. So far, Kamala is uh, leading Trump in Colorado with 56% of the votes. She's beating in Iowa at 54%, and Trump has 44%. Oh, okay, she's doing well in Kansas as well. Only 43% of the votes are in, however. Let me see if I can share my screen. Wow. Oh wow. You guys see the electoral college. Is that correct? He got 172 and she just got 62. He got 168. She got 62. Oh wow. He's projected winner in Florida. 89% of the votes are in. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, Florida is, it was actually said it was really, really undecided. Look at that, Georgia. Not terribly surprised about Georgia either. 75 votes percent of the votes are in for Georgia, and he has more than half. Whew, wow. Illinois, I'm not shocked about that. Yep, 48% are in. Okay. All right. Let's see what else is happening here. If there's anybody else reporting. Let's see. Okay. No. Okay. While we're waiting for another review, I'm not sure if you guys heard about what happened here in Georgia. There was at least two polling sites that were closed. One, there was a bomb threat, and there was some concerns about voter protection here. So in Georgia, there was some kind of uprising here. I'm not sure about any other state, but I hope tomorrow or the very near future I can be able to report on that. I don't know a lot about it. I just got some words about what happened, but I do plan to follow up. Looks like she is the projected winner from Maryland. That's not surprising. Um, let's see. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. uh, oh boy, what's going on? Let's see here. Arizona, Georgia. Arizona's nothing coming in. What is going on? Wow. Oh, oh wow. Yeah. Mm. Salvador, right to abortion. No. Wow. Oh wow. It was Trump to handle the crisis. Look at that. Vote for President permit 45%. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so you guys see what's happening so far. It looks like on the issue of abortion, it looks like a lot of voters are against abortion ban. It looked like, I think it was South Dakota that actually still supports an abortion ban. And it looks like most men are not comfortable with a woman president. And honestly, I mean, it's still pretty early. It really is. So we got to just be patient. Um, but it looks like Trump is doing very well. But it is early, so we just need to hold tight and just see what's going on. I just didn't mention, and you probably already heard that in Georgia, there were some bomb threats, and of course, those bomb threats to try to delay or to discourage voters from voting. In particular, they were in the counties that are predominantly black, which means they're predominantly blue and Democratic voters, and that was in DeKalb County and Fulton County. Like I said earlier, I'm not quite sure all the details of it. I do want to find out a little bit more about it, but the polls have been extended to allow for that to allow those voters to vote. And I truly, truly hope that it did not discourage anyone from voting, because that was the purpose, to for folks to sit out. And I personally think that's just, if you can't win fairly, you got to create some kind of scare, some threat, fear like that. Then that's just telling. But in any event, it looks like there are some states that Harris is winning. She's doing well so far. There are two of the states that I felt that Trump was going to get, like Georgia, which I was hoping he did not get, but I'm not surprised. I mean, because if you guys know about Georgia, there's a saying that you come to Atlanta and then you come to Georgia. So what that means is that Atlanta and the counties of it, or the metro area is completely different than the counties outside the metro area. And that's what it looks like even for the voting. So it looks like a lot of the Atlanta metro areas are blue or voting blue, and then the outside counties are voting red. They're more conservative. So we still got some time, but I'm not terribly optimistic that we're going to win for Georgia in terms of Democrats. Okay, they're back on, so let's see what's happening here. If I can get this right. Okay, so you guys heard that. So you guys heard that, and it looks like Trump has already started. Already, he's saying that there's some election fraud already. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back in a few. Okay, I don't know how to take it, but I'm going to figure it out. Let's see. Nope. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hello? Uh huh. Yep, on YouTube. On YouTube? Yep, on Legal Tea Courtroom Drama. Oh, okay. I didn't check it in. Okay. All right, probably here for another hour down here. Okay, well, check me out. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay, so I took a little break right there. I hope you guys can still hear me. Anyway, so we see that in South Carolina, oh, they're not South Carolina, South Dakota is seemed like so far to be the only state that do not believe that a woman should have a right to abortion. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but if you look at the bottom of the screen, you will see that it's they asked the question, and so far South Dakota is the only one so far that says it. And I don't know what the percentage was, but it was almost, and I think it was like 62%, but I get it. They're like they're about to start again, and I'm going to go ahead and let them do that. So let's get started. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw that. But the Latino votes, it's interesting. The Latinos in Nevada and Arizona are overwhelmingly voting for Harris. And I'm curious if it's because of Trump's last closing argument when that person, comedian, and I put that in quotes, that comedian made that comment about Puerto Rico. The projection or the it was believed that their vote would make a difference, and it looks like it may have. I don't know if it's because of the comment or if that was the way they were going. Now, I don't know a whole lot about it, but my understanding is that the Latino vote has overwhelmingly been more conservative or Republican, but it's very well possible that this is the direct result of that comment. So at least in Nevada and Arizona, they're voting. Um, and then the reporter is saying, like in California, there are folks that couldn't decide which candidate they wanted to vote. So maybe they set it out in terms of the presidential, but they did go and vote for the local elections. So that could be the case in a lot of states. Folks actually decide that they're not going to vote for the president, but they may vote for the local folks that are running. Um, that's unfortunate because failure to vote for one is a vote for the other. Okay, so let's go back and see what they're saying. Mm. Mm. Okay, so guys, you've seen that. So a few things. I found it interesting because they said that Trump is doing well in states where they have a high level of unemployment and uneducated, and I take uneducated as lack of college education. He's doing very well in those states, and I just think that's interesting. Um, and then, but I'm curious. I'm curious if America is just not ready for a female president. What do you guys think? The thing is that we know when Hillary Clinton ran, I personally think she didn't win because she did have um, some negativity. There was some negativity behind her, but I also think folks took it for granted. I think people just presumed that Trump would not win. A lot of folks decided they weren't going to go, but and again, I've always said that she was a bit arrogant the way she responded, even at the presidential debate. But maybe America is just not ready for a female president. I have heard women and definitely men who said that woman can't run and a woman can't be a president, and that's just not the case. There are so many countries that have a female president or prime minister or a leader, and they have done well. And then there are folks that are saying, I've heard that are saying, in terms of the war, how she's going to handle the war. She's probably going to put us in war. And I asked the question, we have only had men in president in this country, and we've had war. So what makes them think that a woman, if she gets in office, is going to be any worse? And not even confident in believing that possibly it might be better. You know what I mean? I find it really interesting when a lot of folks talk about stuff that they don't know. Like, for instance, again, a woman can't be a leader, can't be the president, but there are so many more. There are a lot of folks that are watching our elections who are not Americans. They're watching it from other countries. I saw a post from folks in Canada. I saw posts from folks in Europe and posts from people in Africa. They're watching our elections. And that's something to be said because how many Americans are watching elections in other countries? Probably very, very little. And that's why a lot of folks don't realize that there are women presidents. I did a video, I think it was the last video that I did. And in that video, I talked about women who are presidents of various countries or prime ministers of various countries. So the idea that a woman can't lead a country is just absolute foolishness. But in any event, that's what we are here. Um, and I'm curious because she's doing well in some states, which is to be expected, but she's trailing behind Joe Biden. And I'm just curious if it's because she's a woman. Okay, we're going to get started and see what's happening. Look like she is. Well, Trump is getting more votes, electoral college votes. Oh wow. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, well let's go ahead and read that for a second. They just all of a sudden just stopped it. But anyway, Trump right now has 195 electoral votes, and Vice President Harris only have 91. You need a total of 207, which means Trump is very close. I was actually looking to see which state has how many electoral votes per state. And so far, he got two of the biggest. So he got Florida and Texas. Florida has 30 and Texas has 40. So those are two biggest. The next largest one, actually, the largest one is California. So we'll see. I think that's her home. That's not a home state, but she actually did live there for college. She was AG over there and the prosecuting attorney over there. So, fingers crossed she gets that state. And their polls just closed about a half an hour ago, so they're still counting. Um, as you guys have already heard, it is possible that they won't get the counting done until sometime tomorrow. And with that being said, obviously, I will not be awake. I'm not going to be doing this that much longer because, as you heard earlier, the last election, there were a lot of states were still counting, even as far back as far as the following weekend. So about maybe 4 or 5 days before the voting was actually counted. So at some point, I am going to end the live, but they're starting back. Let's see what they're going to say here. Oh, okay, all right. So it looks like not only is Trump doing well in terms of getting the electoral votes, he has, as of now, 195, and Harris has 91. You only need 270, so the first to get it is the one that wins. In addition to that, it looks like a lot of the Republicans are maintaining their seats or have earned the seats. So right now, the House of Representatives, there's 173 from the Democrats and then 190 for the Republicans. So the Republican looks like so far like a red wave. Now it is just a few hours, so it's going to be a couple more hours before everything is tallied. It might even be days because we've seen that before. So I'm not an expert, obviously, but the folks that's been doing this, they're all saying it's like a toss up. So we can't hang our hat on a lot of stuff, but they are calling for winners in various states. But I do see that a percentage is still outstanding in most of these states. It looks like they might be back up now. I'm not sure. Let's. So I just want to say a little bit. We've heard this already. I'm going to let it play, mute it out for right now. Um, So a few things that I find interesting is that I don't remember what state, but one of the states he said the African American votes are getting Trump is getting the African American votes. But one thing I found really interesting is that right now Trump has 207 electoral votes, and Vice President Harris has only 91. You only need 270. So so far they don't have all the votes in most states. No states I think is 100%, and it looked like they've only was definitive able to call one state for Trump, and that was Iowa. So a few of the states are still outstanding. And then I think there were seven states that are like the key battleground states that is somewhat of a toss up. Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, North Nevada, but I don't remember the other ones. But with that being said, one second, hold on. They said it's 100 and yeah, he has 219. Okay, so we heard a little bit about the Electoral College. I'm still confused. 207 to 91. Yeah, I'm still confused. 207 to 91. I thought I saw 91 to 219. So I'm not really quite sure. In the event, I want to just kind of recap, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this right now and pick up because there's still a lot of votes that are outstanding. I heard there was at least with Georgia, they're waiting for the military votes. Those have to come in. They need to be postmarked by today and need to be received in Georgia by Friday. So obviously, those votes are still outstanding. Of course, you guys heard about some threats that were made earlier, and those polls actually out. So those votes still haven't been counted. Right now, is 86% votes are not that are in. So we still got more of that. North Carolina is 80%, and Pennsylvania is 57%. So we got a long way to go. One thing I'm gonna tell you that irritates me, honestly, I don't know if it does you, because these projections, and sometimes one state they only had like 3% of the votes in, and they already given projections. So I'm like, this is nail biting, but it can be very stressful because they've already got these projections, but they don't even have 50% of the votes in. So but anyway, one of the kind of recaps of what I saw that I think is relevant that I would like to just kind of just hone on to before I go. Just essentially say that it looks like the Latino votes, they are voting and they're favorable for Harris. However, she is trailing behind Biden, so she's not doing as well as he did. We're still early, so we don't really know. Um, Again, I don't remember what state it was, but it looks like African Americans are voting for Trump. I will find out, however, but who knows? By the time I come back to you, we might have a different president. We might know who it is. So I'm not quite sure. Um, the question that I still ask, because she is trolling behind Biden, is whether or not America is ready for a woman president. Because a lot of folks kind of resonate with what she's saying, but it doesn't look like they are voting for her so much. So, at least based on what we see right now. I did find out that most Americans most Americans agree that a woman should have a choice. The only state that I saw that was not in agreement with that was North Dakota. I think it was North Dakota. I took notes. So I think North Dakota was the only one. Um, and let's see here before I let you guys go. Well, I think that's about it. It says the unemployed and the folks that are not college educated, they vote for Trump more so. Obviously, the rural areas. I will say a lot of the states that what was expected for Trump, he's getting that, so that's expected. Um, but I think that's about it. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know what you think. I will be back probably tomorrow because this might go on for a couple of days. Who knows? Anyway, till next time. I'll talk to you later.